The year is 1775. 13 colonies along the Atlantic coast stand on the brink of rebellion against the mightiest empire in the world. But this war for independence would become more than just an American story. It would spark a global fire. The seeds of revolution were sown in protests against unfair taxation, like the Stamp Act and the Tea Act. For the colonists, no taxation without representation became a rallying cry. Across the Atlantic, Enlightenment thinkers like John Locke and Montesquieu inspired a generation of revolutionaries. Their ideas of liberty, equality, and natural rights flowed into colonial pamphlets and speeches. In April 1775, the first shots were fired at Lexington and Concord. The American Revolution had begun, but the world was watching closely. The British Empire, stretched across the globe, saw this rebellion as a dangerous precedent. If America succeeded, others might follow. France, long Britain's rival, saw opportunity. Defeated in the 7 Years' War, France waited for its moment to weaken its enemy. In 1775, George Washington took command of the Continental Army, a force of farmers, blacksmiths, and volunteers facing the most disciplined army in the world. Pamphlets like Thomas Paine's Common Sense spread revolutionary fervor, convincing ordinary colonists that independence was not just possible, but necessary. On July 4, 1776, the colonies declared independence. Jefferson's words echoed Enlightenment ideals, that all men are created equal, with rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But declaring independence was only the beginning. The war raged on with brutal battles at Brooklyn, Trenton, and Saratoga. The American victory at Saratoga in 1777 changed everything. For the first time, Britain's invincibility was shattered, and the world took notice. France entered the war in 1778, bringing fleets, troops, and gold. What began as a colonial rebellion became an international war. Spain and the Dutch Republic also joined, striking at British holdings in the Caribbean, South America, and Asia. The war stretched far beyond America's shores. The empire was stretched across continents. British soldiers fought not only in America, but in India, the West Indies, and Africa. The American cry for liberty echoed worldwide. Revolutionaries in France, Haiti, and Latin America would soon follow. At Valley Forge, the Continental Army nearly froze, but under Baron von Steuben's training, they emerged stronger, disciplined, and ready. In 1781, with French allies, Washington cornered British General Cornwallis at Yorktown. The British surrendered. The revolution had triumphed. In 1783, the Treaty of Paris was signed. America was recognized as a free and independent nation. The revolution didn't just create the United States. It ignited global movements, inspiring oppressed peoples everywhere to challenge empires. The American Revolution was not only a war for independence. It was a global spark, an idea that freedom could defy empires and that liberty could belong to the people.